Hello everyone, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we are making the lemongrass soap that we talked about in a previous live. And we will also be cutting the oatmeal, milk, and honey soap. So I'm just getting my gloves on. And feel free to post any questions or comments or suggestions that you might have of any future upcoming soaps. And also, if you have a channel or social media or anything that you would like to use to let us know, let me just adjust my camera here. um, to promote yourself, go ahead and leave a comment telling us your channel or social media name so that we can go and support you. I'm just fixing the camera here because I do not like what it is doing. Aha, I think I got it. There we go. Hi, Stacy, welcome. Hi, Barb, welcome. Okay, let me just get this oatmeal, milk, and honey soap cut. So here's how it turned out. I just have to get it out of the mold. Yes, Stacy has a channel and Instagram. She makes beautiful tumblers. And she also does diamond paintings and a bunch of other stuff. She's also got her cat on there, which is awesome. Okay, this smells really, really good. So this is how it looks so far. Has that oatmeal color and like a caramely milk color. Oh, this smells so good. Yeah, this is probably my... I'm going to have to try some more oatmeal, milk, and honey fragrances, but so far, this one smells really good. It's probably my favorite. All right, I'm going to line this up and do my best not to cut any of the little bees. There we go. And I'm hoping the soap will be soft enough still. I'm sure it will. Yeah, it's fine. Good, okay. There. Cute as can be. Yes, exactly. Very punny. Okay, so here is how the first bar looks on top. You got a stick of honeycomb. Whoa, the camera focused for a second. Okay, and you got the little bee, and then you got these swirls on the inside. So if you remember, we just went around and around like this to make like a swirl, and it made these cool lines. This is how the other side looks. It almost looks like water, like the waves or something. Looks really pretty. I think that's a cool design. I didn't even do anything. It just did it by itself. So there's the other side of that. And here's the back of this one. And here's how the top of that looks. And here is the last bar. So here's how that top looks. Little bee. And then you got this and this side. This smells really good. If you like oatmeal, milk, and honey, this is a really, really nice one, this fragrance. And here are the end pieces, which we can cut up and use for samples. And I managed to clean a spot off for the... Oh, and the little individual bar. Let me get that before I forget. And here's how this one turned out. Let me pull this out really quick. There we go. And so you got kind of those lines a little bit on the side. And the little honeycombs. It looks like caramel with honeycomb on top or something. Yeah, I keep smelling it. It smells so good. This fragrance for me, like this type of fragrance, the food fragrances are really hit or miss for me. This one's really good. I'm just putting it on the shelf where it won't get damaged. So I hope you guys all had a really good weekend and a good Thanksgiving. We had a pretty relaxing day and weekend, I would say. And here we go. Almost done. There we go. All right. Those are all neatly lined up. Oh yeah, the sample bars. I got those. Today I made a bunch of sample bars out of the new soaps that we made. So those will be ready to go. So all the holiday fragrances that we did and the Christmas ones and all those have been made into sample bars with all their labels and everything. It always takes longer than I think it will, but I think the results are worth it. The cute little packaging is just everybody can tell what they're getting. I used to send the samples without packaging, and people always ask me, "Oh, what fragrance was this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I can't remember because I didn't label them like I should have." So now I label them, and now everybody knows exactly what they're getting. Oh yeah, Stacy. Yeah, I saw her. You said I won Wanda's drawing on Wednesday. I saw the video and I left a comment for her. And yeah, that was really awesome. It was I did not expect to ever win that. Like I just thought it was the coconut, the monkey coconut cracks me up. And I was in there for about 30 seconds and then she drew my name. I was like, "Well, that was the shortest ride ever." That was really funny. I'm just putting the slicer away really quick. There we go. Okay. Phew, that's taken care of. Also, I'm going to, for those of you who liked the grit soap that I made a few months ago, um, it's that one that has like the walnut shells in it. I call it grit, but it has the leather and musk fragrance. I do have more of that made. I've had more than one person ask about it. So, um, but it is curing. So that's what we're waiting on. Just waiting for it to finish curing. Okay, so just checking this mold to see. Let me see what you're saying here. Oh, she's on her way. Oh, awesome. Okay. I'm gonna get a different mold, I think. No, I'm not, because I'm washing the other one. Okay then. Well, I guess we'll just use this one. It's not gonna matter ultimately, but this one has crumbs in it. So we'll use this right here. Okay. What we're doing is a lemongrass soap because we had a request for it. And I was thinking about the design. And since I didn't hear anything about a preferred design yet, I came up with something that I hope you guys will enjoy. First of all, we've got the lemongrass here. This smells really good. If you've never smelled lemongrass before, it smells literally like the name. It has like a green grassy smell to it a little bit, but then like these like zesty lemony notes. It's actually really good. It's like a very fresh, but like grassy and like a um more like how, in my opinion, how like herbs are grassy, kind of like chives or something like that. They don't smell like chives at all, but I'm just like that sort of a thing where it's like a fresh grass smell, not, I don't know, not something. It doesn't smell like. Mm, I don't know. I'm not explaining it properly. Basically, it smells really good. It's very fresh smelling, very zesty, very lemony, and a lot of people really like it. So I'm going to make that. And what did I do? Oh, here they are, my colors. Okay, so I put them in the bag for some reason. Okay, so what we're going to be using for this is 3 colors. First of all, we have to have some yellows. We got Yellow Vibrance. This is by Nurture Soap. This is a really bright yellow in here. In soap, it's just something that soap does. It turns this yellow a little bit more pastel, which will work for the design that I'm thinking. So I think this will be really good. So this should be like a pastel yellow. Then we've got this is Green Vibrance, also by Nurture Soap. And then Alpine Green by Nurture Soap. And this green has, I'd say it has more blue notes. And you can see if this camera is picking this up correctly. This is like a really like bright, like a true green almost. And this is more like deep and woodsy. And my plan is to do this, layer the colors like this in the mold, so that we have this darker color separating these two brighter colors. This will be like a bright green. This will be like a light, like pastel yellow, and then you've got this dark color dividing them so that the line between them is really clear. But what I want to do is something called a splash swirl. It's something that I've seen a lot of people post lately. There's a soap club that I'm not part of the club or anything, but it's called I think it's called like the monthly soap challenge or something like that. And they do these they come up with these interesting pours or different swirls or different, like challenges basically on different designs to make in soap. And I thought, well, this is one that will work with the mold that I use because, as you know, I use this mold, and not all of the soap challenges can be made in a mold this size. Sometimes you need like a long, narrow mold or a really tall one or something to make the design work. But it might work in this. And what you do is you layer the colors, and then you take your swirl tool like this, and you just go up and down, and then you move slightly over and go up and down, and keep going like that. And it should end up with these cool, like when you cut them on the side, the bar should have like these neat um, up and down. It almost looks like grass to me. Every time somebody posts a picture, I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. It's like grass. And then I thought, oh, I could use that for the lemongrass. That'd be perfect. I think it's made for each other. So that's what I'm going to attempt. I've never done this roll before, and I don't know very much about it. Just the pictures I've seen and a couple of different like video clips and things that I've watched. So we'll see. It might fail, but either way, it will probably look really cool. Hi, Wanda. Welcome. Oh no, Karen has COVID. Let me see here. Yeah, I hope she gets better. That sounds awful. COVID is a massive pain. I mean, like even if you have a full recovery and everything, it knocks you out. It's not comfortable. Okay, so what I want to do real quick is let me just set this aside. Um, I do not recall if this is going to accelerate or not. A lot of times the green fragrances do accelerate. So if that happens, we're going to have to work quick. Um, or just, in anticipation of that, we're going to have to work quick. And I have 3 different containers here. So after we mix the soap batter, we're going to just barely mix it. We're going to divide it into the containers here. And then I will mix the colors in by hand, probably. And then I will mix the fragrance in at the very end. And let me see what you're saying here. Oh, you're welcome, Wanda. I'm glad you liked it. If you have any questions about how to use it, just let me know. I can um, obviously answer, be happy to answer any questions. Also, the only thing I don't know if I put it in the letter, whenever you're not using those soap blocks that I sent, make sure you like double or triple wrap them because if they get exposed to moisture, they start to like pull in the moisture from the air and they'll start to get slimy. Like not slimy, but like wet and then soapy. They get soapy. Basically, like you can pick them up. You know how wet soap feels? They start to feel like that. But that's kind of one of the benefits of it too, because like when you wash with it, it'll also draw the moisture to your skin as well. So um, that's one of the benefits of glycerin soap. So, but it just means you have to be really careful how you store it. And I realize I don't remember if I put that in the letter, and I thought I should let you know. Oh, you sent me something. Okay, I'll have to check on Friday. I will absolutely look for that. Thank you so much. I'm super excited. I wish I could get excited like Wanda does. If you haven't seen her channel, you should go check it out. She will make you super excited because she's just got such an upbeat personality. I feel excited, but I don't have a way of expressing it properly, so I just always sound very quiet. But it's fun how everybody's so different. But yeah, Wanda's channel is a lot of fun, so watch out if you watch it. You might get excited and happy, and we can't have that. Expect and not accept. Oh, okay, yes, expect. I figured that's what you meant. Okay, let me get my face shield on before I forget. And I take my headset off. Here we go. Okay. All right, so I got my colors here. I'm going to go ahead and mix this, put the colors in. We'll do everything by hand, and then We'll see how that goes. I don't think I'll have to stick blend anything, but we'll see. And then we'll do the fragrance absolutely last to make sure that nothing accelerates and there's no tragedy here. So let me move this out of the way. And this is the lye water. I've already added the sugar and the sea salt. It's already been melted in here. So that's taken care of. Oh, I better not put the lid on because I'll need it to put my utensils in there. And that's what I do. If you're wondering, I got the empty lye water, and I put, like, when I'm done with the utensils, I put them in there, and that prevents them from getting all over the table because I have a very limited amount of space here. So if you have a limited amount of space to work, there is a tip for you. Use your empty containers to hold your utensils. Okay. I'm just going to barely mix this. And this is my usual recipe also. My usual soap recipe. Okay. Oh, and if you guys aren't on my my email list yet, and if you want to try anything from my shop, I do still have that Black Friday sale going. And if you sign up, I'll be sending out another email soon with the code in case you didn't get it. And just making sure these both have the same amount. And that way you can use it and you get a better discount than what is on the website currently. Because I always email you a better discount. I feel like there's too much in here. I'm going to pour some out. There we go. Okay. It's kind of like cooking. You just go by feeling. But only when, like, doing something harmless like dividing the fragrance. You don't want to go by feeling when measuring your lye. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. You love watching Wanda. I know. If you need to wake up in the morning, watch her videos in the morning. You will be very awake. And you'll have, like, a good feeling the rest of the day. So she makes your day. She makes everybody's day, I think. I can't imagine anybody not enjoying watching her. Let's see here. Can't be over yet. Then I saw it was already 40 minutes long. I need to watch today's video. I was up late last night working and I did not get a good start to the day, so I will be watching it later. Oh, you did Wanda. Great. Yeah, their spray bottles are fantastic. And here I am reading instead of doing this before it gets too late. Okay. I don't want too much yellow, but I want it to show up also, so the struggle is real. Let me see here. Yeah, if I had a morning, like, my mornings are, there are days where I get up in the morning because I have something I need to do, like maybe I have an appointment or something or whatever. And if I had to work late the night before, then sometimes I only get a couple hours sleep. So then I come home and I have to take a nap. So sometimes my actual day doesn't start until pretty late. And so I end up watching her videos usually later in the day. Plus, I want to be able to watch them without, like, a bunch of things distracting me. So, or sometimes if like, if she has the long videos, one of the good things about those is I can watch them while I'm doing something like packing my soap or whatever. I can watch her videos at the same time. But short videos are good too. When people make short videos, sometimes I can watch those while I'm doing, like, there's some work where some work I do where it's I only have, like, short moments of time, and I'm like, oh, I can watch a short video now. I'm trying to find a good place to put this color. Let me set it down here. Okay. I'm gonna mix this in here first. Oh, I forgot to get the cute whisks at the store the other day. I'll just have to go and get it later. Okay, that's a pretty good green. So this is a really, really bright, it's called Green Vibrance. It's really, really bright. And it's also matte. So if you want a bright green that's not sparkly, that's a good one. They have a really good sparkly one that's it's a beautiful green color. Then it has like this gold sparkle to it, and it's called what is it called? High Society. It's called High Society. It's really, really pretty. So if you want a sparkly green that's really different, that's a good one. And I'm trying to think what else they have that's sparkly and pretty. Pretty much everything they have is sparkly and pretty. And it plays really nice in everything that I make. So I use it. Oh, and I got to show you something. I made one as like a prototype just to see how I liked it. And let me go grab it off the shelf before I forget. Okay, this might need more color because I want it darker, but we'll see after it dissolves. Okay, never mind. It's darkening. It's thickening. I mean, not thickening. It's dispersing properly. I don't think I'm going to play it safe and add a tiny bit more. I think it's fine. I'm sure once it... You know what? I'm gonna trust it and leave it alone. Okay. Also, if I go out of frame, I apologize. I had to adjust the camera like 3 times. And where's my prototype? Where did you go? I just had it sitting here. Oh, there it is. It's right where I left it last time. What do you know? Okay. I'll show you this in a second. I'm going to just get it out. Okay. I want to set it here. Hopefully that will remind me to show it to you guys. The butter soap. Oh yeah, I have a 3 butter soap. Francis liked it. That's awesome. I have a few soaps. They're labeled as 3 butter soaps, I believe, in the shop, and it's basically cocoa butter, mango butter, and shea butter, and then it's got other things like almond oil and the usual coconut oil and all that in it, and it's really really good. And it's like good for. Well, I always hesitate because I know I can't make any kind of medical claims about my soap or anything, but people like it because they say it helps her skin not feel so dry. It's also got aloe in it, and I forget what else off the top of my head because I am distracted. Okay, let me pour this. Wait, no, we got to do the fragrance. All right, so here comes the scary part. So I'm going to pour this. Let me rephrase it. I'm going to mix this and then pour it in the order that I want the colors in here. Making sure. Okay, I'm gonna let me do this and then I'll read the chat. I keep going to read what you guys are saying and then I realize. Okay, so oh yeah, this is how that green looks kind of up close. It's like a slightly deeper, more blue tone, and this is a slightly more yellow tone. This one's really good for like Christmas tree colors, like if you're doing like a winter scene. I like it for that. So first we're going to do this lighter colored green. Make sure I put enough. Oh yeah, this is one of the stronger fragrances, which is really really nice. You don't have to use a whole lot. It smells so good. Okay, so we'll pour this in first. If I forget anything, somebody yell at me. Okay, so we're just going to pour that much in. Okay, and then in here, same thing. A little bit of the fragrance. Gotta mix that in. Yeah, the winter, the moisturizing is really, really important. I'm gonna use my spatula. Yeah, this is staying nice and thin, which is what we want. I'm gonna use this to kind of layer this on top. I made that chapstick kind of for that reason, not chapstick, lip balm for that reason, because it's like a chapstick. You can use it. Oops, that poured a little fast. I think it'll be fine though. Anyway, because even I get chapped lips, and I'm like, oh, I should go make my lip balm, and then yeah. And I always tend to forget until it's like when I actually need it. So I got some made. I'm going to do the rest and put them up too because I like those better than I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be making it if I didn't like it better than the store-bought stuff, but I like it a lot better than the store-bought stuff because it's not all, I don't know. because I put fun stuff in it, I guess. I put like cocoa butter in it and stuff. Okay, so here's the yellow portion. Let's pour some of the fragrance in there. Okay, quickly whip this up. I got to get this all mixed in, and I got to do this while the batter is still fluid. So that's why I'm kind of going quick. On the bright side, okay, it looks like it hasn't turned into soap on a stick. So we will take what we can get, and then I can use, well, depending on how the top looks, I might use some of the green on top of it to make a design when this is done. This is such a pretty yellow. I kind of wish it would stay this color. It looks like lemon curd, but I know it's going to go pale, like a pastel color, which is perfect for this design. But okay, that so I don't forget later. Here's my stir stick. Okay, so actually, if I want to cut it that way, yes. Okay, never mind. All right, so I have to go down and straight back up, and then move it slightly down, straight back up, down, straight back up, and it looks like this is gonna become a nasty mess, but from everything that I've seen, from what everybody else said, they all said doing more is better than doing less. So I'm going to believe them, and hopefully it's okay to go back over this twice. We will see. Okay. Get the soap out of there. All right. And we'll get some of this green here and do some kind of a design here. I kind of want to stick with that grassy theme. I was thinking I could get the fork and do like a fork design, but I want to do something a little more like streaky. Oh, this is not quite in frame. I'm sorry, guys. I'll move that. That way you can see the yellow behind it. Lots of dents. You like the colors? Is what she's saying here? Okay, let me get the soap in the small. First I'll clean this off here. I got to get that individual bar mold here. Okay. All right, so get this off the table. All right, so we'll put everything extra in here. Oh, let me put the cap back on this. Ooh, that would have been a disaster. Okay. This smells really, really good. If you like fresh lemony type scents, but you want something different than just lemon, this is a good one. There's a piece of soap in there. Okay. Just scraping this out here. Don't want to waste any. Maybe I'll have a little bit of, I was thinking I might have a little bit of yellow left to do a design on top of this. So we'll have like the opposite thing going. Green with yellow design on top and yellow with a green design on top. Okay. There. Okay. Look at this. I'm getting the swirl tool and I'm just knocking all the soap out of it real quick. Because the soap gets in that, there's like a straw around it. Now, everybody else used theirs without a straw. Well, not everybody. A couple of them that I saw did. So the swirl may or may not work. We don't know. But that's totally fine. Just trying to get the rest of this yellow out. Trying to get enough to do some kind of design. Okay, let me get my chopstick. All right, here it is. Let's see. Maybe we can do something like swirls on top. There we go. And that's how that one looks. And this is how this one came out. So you got this cool like grass being on top. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Not a fan of citrus scents, but this one sounds good. Yeah, this one is really good. It's got, since it has the fresh grassy notes, it's not like as bad as, if you don't like citrus, like this one has a little bit more going for it. And lemongrass isn't like, it's not citrusy like a lemon. It's different. It's still got that like zesty lemony smell, but it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's different. Um, so it's worth trying if you want something lemony and you want to try something different from lemon. Okay, now before I forget, let me show you this little project. The colors look good together. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. What I'm hoping for is that we had that light green, the dark green, and then the yellow. And I'm hoping like when we make the stripes, it'll look like that green is getting pulled to the back like a shadow behind the grass or something. I don't know. We'll see. Is it sweet smelling or fresh? It's more fresh than I mean, it has some sweetness to it. The way that, like, you know how lemons are sour but they smell sweet. It has a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's mostly just fresh. It's mostly like if you like fresh cottony smells or like the green meadow fresh smells like that, this is more leaning that direction. But then it also has the fresh like lemony on top. So I think what it is, it's like if you like fresh scents and like for people who like lemons and citrus for the freshness that they give, and then they like the grassy smells for the same reason, this kind of combines the two. But it's not. Hmm. I don't know. You'd have to smell it. Let me take off my face shield real quick. There we go. So, um, yeah. So it kind of combines the two. Um, it's really nice. It smells really good, very fresh, very clean, and more natural. So it's more natural smelling than, like, you know how perfume, like if somebody has perfume on, that smells like perfume. That can smell fresh and clean, but this has more of like a natural, like you open the windows and let the fresh air blow in, that kind of freshness. It's a lot more natural smelling. You like sweet bakery smells? Yeah, me too. That uh that oatmeal milk and honey definitely has that sweet bakery smell to it. I have some others. I've got like a blueberry cobbler. I have a couple smells that are delicious, wonderful bakery smells. One is that cobbler that I've got. Another one I've got snickerdoodle, and I've got well, blackberry vanilla. That's not really a bakery, but that's a really sweet smelling one. And I've got a vanilla cupcake scent, and I got a few others. The only problems with those, when you put them in soap, they work totally fine, but they turn the soap brown. So I can use them, but we have to find a design where maybe it's like we did with the oatmeal milk and honey, where we do like a brown and white design or something, and it has like a caramely look to it. That might be good for like the snickerdoodle. I have to figure out what to do about the blueberry cobbler. I thought of maybe doing like a little bit of blue and then not putting the scent in the blue part, but putting the scent in the rest, and so that way the blue design will stand out and not turn as brown. Um, Do you have vanilla cupcake? Yes. Yeah, I can totally do that. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Lip balm. Yeah, we should do a video for that. Cause I know I showed it to you. Like, so this is what the tube looks like. This is one that I kept for myself because I always try it to see if I like, because I've changed my recipe around a couple of times. Um and this is the tube that they come in these tubes like this, and that's what it looks like. This is French vanilla. I also have green apple and cherry. And optionally, I can put them in tins. And the tin, where did I put them? I think I put it in here. Anyways, the little tins are, it just depends on what you prefer. If you prefer to put a tin in your pocket, or you prefer like the lip balm, the stick like I showed you. But the tins hold about twice as much lip balm, so, and then the tins themselves cost more usually. So the tins would be a little more expensive, but some people like them just because they're nicer. They're more reusable. Um, you can use them to store things. You wash them out or whatever, and you can use them to store, I don't know, store micas or store loose odds and ends. Okay, here's the other one. So here's the tin. Okay, so here's the tin, and this is all without labeling or anything yet. These are just like the little testers that I made, but that's what the tin looks like inside, and that also has the French vanilla in there. So these are just ones I'm keeping because I made them as testers. And there's a couple of people that help me test my different, things that I make to make sure that, because what I like isn't necessarily what other people are gonna like. So, to make sure there isn't something I missed, like you put it on and I don't know, the texture is weird or something. I want to make sure none of that happens. So that's what those look like. Let me just what you're saying here really quick. The patchouli and sandalwood and musky scents. I have a leather and musk one that I need to let finish curing. That's the last musky one I made. And I can do another sandalwood. I do have sandalwood. Do I have a butter one? Do you mean like a butter scent or the butter lip balms? The tube is lighter weight and more compact in your purse. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the tubes are definitely the way to go for most things, but some people like to they like the tins for different reasons. But more than likely, I'll be doing the tubes. Lip balm. Yeah, this lip balm has let me double check the recipe because like I said, I recently edited it. I should just have it. Oh no, I still have it right here. Okay. What did I change on this one? This one is not the right page. Those were my notes. Let me grab the actual one. Okay, what I put in this. Here's the correct side. Yeah, okay, so this one does. Okay, so this one's got beeswax because you need the beeswax in there to make it firm, so that when you put it on, it doesn't just like smush. It's got cocoa butter in it. It has shea butter, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, vitamin E, and flavoring. So that's what's in there. So it does have the butters in it. It has cocoa and shea butter. I don't put mango butter in it because the mango butter is really, really soft. I could, but I'd have to substitute out something else. Like probably would have to substitute out some cocoa butter for it. And I don't know. I guess I could try doing that. But the cocoa butter works really, really good in this. Yeah, the tube is more practical. It's very true. It's very true. Let me show you the thing before I forget. So this is the little prototype. I'm going to turn it real slow here. So see how it's like clear and it's got some gold at the bottom? You have to shake this to use it. So watch. It's fun to watch. Give it a second here. Okay, it's taking its time. Okay, now see all the swirls? That shiny. This is a shiny gold mica. And so then you've got, once you shake it up, you got this, it's swirling around in there. It's really, really pretty. What this is, I thought it'd be cute for New Year's. It's a hair and body mist. And when you put it on, I'm going to show you. So it has this little cap. I'm going to spray it away from the soap, but I'm going to put a ton of it on my hand and show you. So I just put a bunch on there, and it doesn't show, it's not like glittery. Like it doesn't look like you've got glitter on you. because it's like a fine mist, but up close you can tell there's a little bit of shimmer. It's kind of like those shimmering. I don't know if you've seen these before, but like the shimmering hand creams where it was like a body lotion and then it left a little bit of shimmer on your skin. It's kind of like that, but it's in spray form, so you can put it in your hair. And this color looks good on all hair colors because it's not like silver, so where on dark hair it would look like you had dandruff, or like like a dark color where in light colored hair it would look like you have little specks of something in your hair. It's just shiny. So I just spray on a little misting of it like that, and then it just puts a little bit of shimmer on. I don't know. I was going back and forth about it. I used to make it a long time ago just for like family members, and it just does something. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like you have glitter in your hair because it's a mica. It's so fine. Um, but I'm still working on the perfect formula to make it to where the mica will kind of like stick to you, basically, like it will stay on your skin for a little while, but without it feeling sticky. Like you don't want to feel like you have something sticky. And I think this is working. I have to run some more tests with it. Anyways, I just thought it'd be fun, like a fun thing to wear to parties if you have like a holiday party to go to, or like New Year's party or something. I need silver and gold. Yeah, yeah, I could definitely do a silver. I'd have to find a good silver mica that didn't look gray. It would have to be sparkly like the gold. But yeah, I'm also letting it sit in this bottle to make sure it stays sparkly, like nothing, like the mica itself doesn't change over time in the bottle. So far, yeah, I used to shamelessly use this even when it wasn't a party. I would just wear it because it was fun. I never got any negative feedback on it, so I guess either that or people thought I was crazy and didn't want to comment. One of the two. But anyways, I thought it was fun. But yeah, it's great for parties and great for if you're going somewhere, like if you're going to the fair or something. Just to It adds a little bit of something, but you don't really notice what it is. You can't really tell. It just looks pretty, basically. Let me see what you're saying here. You're happy with the gray that you have. Your sister's completely gray all over. Yep. I decided like what I hope happens is that my hair will all gray like evenly and perfectly, so I don't ever have to dye my hair, because I know that if I dye it, it's like once you dye your hair, you have to always dye it so that you don't have like this like line where the color turns gray. Or the opposite problem, like if you bleach all your hair, then you have to keep going in for touch ups because you'll have the opposite problem, And yeah, but we'll see what happens. I've had gray hair for a very, very long time, but it hasn't been even yet, but we'll see. You would wear it all the time. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Don't tell anybody. Is it safe for cats to get in their mouths? Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing in here that'll hurt them. Um, there's only one ingredient I didn't double check, but let me see. More than likely, this would be totally safe for pets to wear. Let me see. Yeah, it's safe for cats, completely safe. And we check dogs. I'm sure it's gonna be the same though. There's nothing in here that would hurt them. Yeah, like literally the ingredients in this are sometimes used in pet food. So it's not even there's nothing so far. Like I mean the glitter, I mean not the glitter, I'm sorry, the mica, you obviously don't want them like inhaling this, but there's not enough to, unless you're emptying the whole bottle over their head or something, it's not going to hurt them. So we like to play with your hair. Oh yeah, that won't hurt them. You've colored your hair for many years. I don't know what the original color is. It's not my story at Wanda. It's because I've been testing it. Like I said, I want it to get to where the mica sticks to your skin and hair properly, but it doesn't feel sticky. And I think I'm there, but I'm just double checking some things. And I wasn't even sure if there would be interest in it. I used to sell it at like live markets a long, long time ago, or something similar to this, and it did sell, but it was the problem is I tend to overdo it. I'll make so many things and then bring them to like live art markets. So I'd have my soap and like this a spray like this and like room sprays. I used to make like room sprays. I'd have bath bombs, I'd have shower steamers, I'd have, on and on and on. And so when people came by, they'd ask about the soap or they'd ask about something and they'd never get to hear about this. And so I think they just didn't know what it was. And the people that I did explain it to thought it was really cool. And a couple of people bought it for, for themselves or family members or whatever. But unless I got to explain what it was, nobody, like, they just looked at it, didn't know what it was, and kept going. So they get the soap instead, basically. People look at soap and they know what it is, so it's a little bit easier. But something like this, without having like a platform to explain to them what it is, it's kind of um, hard to market. I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I mean, and I had so many things to explain, and people were really interested in the shower steamers and asked what they were. There were people who didn't know what bath bombs were, and they would ask. And those are a little bit more like visually interesting because like the bath bombs are round and they're in a great big glass jar, so it looks like a great big jar full of these giant candies. Same thing with the shower steamers, but they were square and they were packaged in like these little, kind of like in these trays. And yeah, and those were really, really eye catching. And then you had this bottle of unknown substance. And so even though it had the name of what it was on the bottle, you know, it was kind of hard. So that's why I'm seeing what is the liquid in the bottle. Well, I don't know how much I want to give away. So right now, what's in it? Of course, it's got the mica. It has water and vegetable glycerin so far. So, but like I said, the problem with the vegetable glycerin, that's what helps it stick to your skin and hair. But if you put too much, it becomes sticky and gooey. So there's nothing harmful in this at all. But I also um, don't want to. I also will probably have to put a preservative in it as well, like a food safe preservative, because it has water. But yeah, but you have to be really careful with glycerin because, like I said, too much will make it sticky. So that's what I'm working on, is that final balance of enough stickiness, and I think it's fine where it's at. I have my notes written literally on the bottle so that I don't lose track of what I've done so far, and that's what that writing was on there. Let me see here. You don't go out in the world much. I don't go out in the world much either. If I go grocery shopping, I'll wear it. That's what I think. Yes, hair bling, exactly. Yeah, you can gray in a nice way even if it's not gray. Yeah, and honestly, it's I don't know. I think it's a choice everybody has to make at some point what they want to do with their hair. And if you want to let it go gray, that's fine. If you want to dye it, that's also fine. But there's obviously going to be um like, I don't want to use the word consequences, but no matter what choice you choose, there's going to be some sort of an outcome. And so like if you decide to dye your hair or bleach it or whatever, then you have the cost of that, and then you have like the upkeep of that. But if you don't, then um your hair, like, I feel like, okay, then your hair always looks like it's um like, I don't know, that I don't know how to describe it. It's like, some people are just not happy with how their hair looks if it's some gray and some colored. But like you mentioned, um, I think Barb mentioned that you don't know what the original color of your hair was. And my hair is really long, so I can look at the end of my hair and see like what the color is. And then, but it has streaks of gray all through it. But if I were to dye my hair either way, either dye it or bleach it or whatever, um, there isn't a color that matches. Like, they don't put that color in a box. So I would have to choose, and that's part of the choice that I'd have to make is, okay, what color would I make my hair if I dyed it? And I would have to pick something and kind of commit to it. I don't think my hair is strong enough to withstand like dyeing and bleaching over and over. I'd have to pick something and kind of stick to it. And it's kind of, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but like that, the inability to make a decision because making the decision it's like there's too many variables and you can't choose. So it's like you kind of freeze, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, well, I don't know what I want to do. I don't If I dyed my hair, I don't know what color I would pick, and so I just kind of don't do anything. And it doesn't bother me enough, really. Like, I've never been in a situation where I needed to have my hair dyed. Like, I don't have like a modeling job or something, to where they want your hair to look a certain way or whatever. And I'm not like an actress, so I don't have any like role that I'm supposed to be fulfilling. So I just kind of leave it, and it doesn't bother me personally. So, but if it did bother me, I probably would choose something and dye it, I guess. Let me see. You have such dry hair that coloring it was really bad for it. Yeah, that's the other thing I'm worried about is like it's going to dry out my hair, and I already struggle to keep my hair tamed down to the point that I've got it. It's gray white, so it just stay blonde. Yeah, yeah. If it'll blend with your natural hair color, that's like the best because nobody notices. It's like, and if they do, they're rude. But like nobody notices, right? It's like the perfect situation. But my hair is too dark for that. Um, Let me see here. Take a chance and just color your hair. Yeah, and I might. I've only ever colored my hair once in my whole life, and it was for a Christmas party, and all I did was I had highlights put in that were washable, like they just washed out like the next day. So it wasn't like a permanent hair dye, and but I have to be really careful because if I dye it, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna like Stacey was saying, it dries your hair out, and then I have to. I don't know. I don't, I don't like having like fussy hair where it's like, oh, now I've got to use all these products to correct it. It's like I'm too lazy for that. I just want to brush it and braid it and leave the house. If I have too many things to do in the morning before I can leave the house, I start to feel trapped. So, um, yeah, I might have to invest. Maybe I could invest in a hat that would solve all these problems. Let's see here. You went to an e-salon and they custom mix the color. Oh, that's cool. See, that's a neat idea. They could blend it for you. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Maybe I could do that. That'd be fun. Like, get like a hair color like as close to mine as possible. You would love to get your hair back to its natural color, which is strawberry blonde. The white comes in and I just stay blonde. Yeah, that's the struggle. Although to be fair, like I like when you are doing your videos, like I thought that was just your hair color was always like that blonde color. I didn't know that it used to be a different color. So that's one of the benefits of having hair that where the gray blends in perfectly. It's like, oh, she's got a really nice like platinum blonde hair color going on. She'll look young forever. You can get highlights and lowlights. That'd be fun. The red goes a weird brown. Really? That must be really frustrating. Light in the summer and low in the fall winter. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that is one of the fun things about dyeing your hair is you can kind of change it up. Your hair is light brown, but whenever you color it, also brings out the red. That'd be cool. My hair has I don't know, it has like different shades of brown in it, so I don't know. I don't know what would happen if I dyed it. Almost want to try it just to see like what disaster I create. So website I can check it out. You use them for several years. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to go at least check it out and see what they've got. It'd be kind of cool just to see what they can do. I might have to be careful. I'll accidentally dye my hair rainbow colors. It's weird for sure. Your hair is brown, just lighter or darker at certain times of the year. Yeah, that is kind of cool to match to the seasons. That'd be really fun. Depending on how much patience you have for it, you could even do like more like an autumny brown color during the fall. You have like a lot of options. If I knew my hair would behave, I probably would do it. Because I will say that the one benefit I do have with my hair the way it is now is because it's long, the weight of it like pulls it down straight. If I cut my hair, like if my hair is shorter, it's kind of gets frizzy and like unmanageable. So as long as I keep it long, I'm okay. And all I really have to do is brush it and braid it, and then I can just basically ignore it the rest of the day. Um, Provided I don't get stuck in the wind or something dumb, or I don't get rained on or whatever. So it's sort of like really kind of like a boring hairstyle, but it's also safe and it works. Um, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it just to see what the options are anyway. You would do rainbow for sure. Oh, Wanda, have you seen? You would love this probably. I should send you some. Have you seen those? They're like, it's almost like tinsel, like the, you know that tinsel you put on a Christmas tree. It's like a, it's loose. It's like little strands of silver, and you're supposed to drape them over the tree, like the tree branches, and they're really really pretty, but a mess to clean up, and your cats eat them. They sell really long versions of that, but they're not just like silver. They're like hollow glitter colored, and they come in different shades. So you can get silver and gold. You can get like pink and purple. You can get brown, and like the gold is kind of works for yellow. So, but they're glittery, sparkly, hollow, and that's what it's made out of. And what you do with them, they're just barely thicker than a strand of hair, and you have to have somebody help you. But basically, they take like two strands of your hair and they tie a knot of this tinsel in your hair, and you do it in a whole bunch of different places. And when you're done, if they tied it incorrectly, you can brush your hair, you can wash your hair, you can do whatever, and it stays in. And they just slowly fall out of your hair over time. It lasts like several days at least, depending on how often you brush and wash your hair and how rough you are with it. And you trim the tinsel to the length of your hair. That's why they're so long, so that people with long hair can wear them. And they come in all different colors. And it, especially if you have like, I would say shoulder length or longer hair, people will put it kind of just under, like they won't put it on the top of their head, but they'll put it like on the lower, almost like layering, like on the lower levels. And so when your hair is down, you just kind of see these little bits of sparkle come through the strands of your hair. You don't see like tinsel ribbons. You don't see that. You just see this beautiful like kind of sparkle shimmer just under the surface of the hair. It's so pretty. You're out of you need that in your hair now. I know. I used to I used to put it in the hair for my family members. Sometimes it was fun. And the brown is pretty. What I like is they give you like a brown color. So if you have dark hair, you can still wear it and it doesn't look like you have like gray streaks in your hair or pink streaks in your hair or whatever. And if you have dyed hair, well, they have the strands and all the colors. So it'll blend in with whatever hair you have. You don't use a blow dryer either. Because for instance, yeah, I've, I do not use a blow dryer except to blow dry my cats. I did buy one of those blow dryers that came with like a diffuser on the end. And that works. Like if I have to dry my hair, like for some reason, like I'm going somewhere where my hair needs to be dry, and it's not dry, I can use that, and that doesn't do near like it doesn't get nearly as frizzy. It dries it, but the problem is I don't like the heat. So I don't like getting because I get all hot and uncomfortable, and I'm just like never mind. But yeah, as an emergency situation, that's the only I've only done it like twice because I just don't like the hair dryer. Um, Totally agree. You have a blow dryer for crafting before you got a heat gun? Yeah, I know, right? They're great for crafting. They're great for drying your cat off when it gets wet. They're great for all sorts of things, but I don't like using it in my hair. But yeah, Wanda, I will I just pulled I was looking at those hair strips thinking, oh, Wanda will like these because I have a whole set. I bought like this mega pack of like thousands of strands. Maybe I can send you some. Yeah, you get dizzy and you pass out. Yeah, see, I've done the same thing. That is exactly what happened to me. I'd be like totally fine. I'd be walking around, I was like, oh man, I'm hot and miserable. And the next thing I know, I'm on the floor. It's like, how did I get here? Yeah, it's horrible. I have the exact same problem. I can't live anywhere where it's hot because um, even with air conditioning, like I can't leave the house. It's without feeling all dizzy and woozy. It's horrible. And then you faint. You don't even know where you're going to faint. It could be anywhere. Yeah, it's terrible. You do use one, but the older you get, the more frizzy it gets, and I'm sure the dryer doesn't help. Yeah, it's hard, Barb. Like, there's a couple of things. Like when I do have to, if I have to blow dry my hair for some reason, one thing I use that really, really helps. There is this product. It's called, it's a hair serum, and it's made by Her Styler, like HER, like Her Styler. It's the only thing like I've tried because I've had so many hair problems. I've tried like a million different things, and I've found things that work, and I just stick with them. So that's like I'm not a big like brand loyalty type person, but this since this works, I use it. And also one of the problems is because my hair is long, I tend to go through a lot of products. So if the product is like really watered down or something, I end up using a ton of it. And this hair styler, it comes in a little jar, and it's like it has like a little pump on top, and like literally one or two drops of that is enough to do all of my hair, and it kind of helps control the frizz, and it's supposed to reduce damage to like heat damage to your hair. That's what it was made for. It was made for like people who do like a lot of hot ironing and things like that to their hair, or flat ironing, I mean. But I use it because it makes the brush glide through my hair without catching. So it stops all like the breaking of the hair on the like I don't get a lot of or I get split ends like anybody, but like it takes so long, like months and months and months, because my hair isn't getting damaged from being brushed. And if I do have to hair like blow dry my hair, it protects it from the heat, and the frizziness isn't very bad. It's so much better. And it's from Her Styler. It's called here, let me show you 1 second. I'll go grab the bottle. I know where it's at. 1 second. So normally, like I try to make my own products for everything because I prefer that. But this works so well, and I don't know. I haven't been able to like reverse engineer anything that worked well enough. But this is what it looks like. It's hair. It's called a hair serum, and it's Her Styler. That's a stylized S there, and it's in this bottle like this. And this little bottle will last me. And like, there's like 4 people who use this bottle, um, and this will last us months. Because literally, like here I'll show you. You go like that, and it just gives you that much, and that's enough to almost always enough to do all of my hair. And you only do like if you're not going to be using like if you're just gonna like get up in the morning and brush your hair and you're not going to be blow drying it or whatever, you can just do like the ends and then brush it up through your hair. So you start at the bottom of your hair, you put a little bit in the bottom, and then you use the brush to like brush your hair. You start at the bottom and you work your way up. And it smells really good. Anyways, I always forget. Oh, it smells good. But anyways, and that'll work it up through your hair. You don't want to start at the top because you don't want your hair to get greasy. But this doesn't really get greasy. But if you have really fine hair, it can still, you know how like if you have really fine hair, your hair will look greasy if you put stuff in it. So just use it at the very bottom. Use that one drop I used. Like if you have shorter hair, like if your hair is shoulder length, maybe like around there, use like half a drop, half of what I used, and start with that. And I usually like work it through my fingers like this, and then I'll like gently like pull it through the ends of my hair like this, and then I will brush my hair up, and that's usually a plenty. And and then my hair, I don't get any tingles. It's great if you have kids, because if you have kids who have long hair, because you can brush out their hair and it's not like snagging and pulling and hurting them. It works better than anything, and that bottle lasts me absolutely forever. Um, I'll type out the name. It's Her Styler, like that. That's how they. You love leave-in conditioners. Yeah, this is yeah. You can get it on Amazon. You can. Yeah, I've gotten it off of Amazon. I've gotten it off of eBay. Shop around for a good price. Um, Yeah, shop around for a good price. This is probably like $12 to $15, maybe at the most. If they're asking more than like $15 for it, look somewhere else. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I bought that a couple months ago, so I don't know. I might be wrong. Maybe the price is different now, because of how things have been going up in price lately. But yeah, I used to get those bottles. I used to buy them in bulk, and they would last me. I would buy like a whole case of them, and the case would have like I think 4, and it would last me over a year. And I'd buy like 1 or 2 cases, and then but they used to be, when I bought them in the case like that, they would be like $6 a bottle, but it's like double that price now, so I just buy them individually. You found it, Stacy? Awesome. Yeah, it has argan oil. This one does. Argan oil and vitamin E, it says. That's what it has. I actually have argan oil. I should make something with it, but I've made a couple different soaps with it, but I don't. I think I am afraid to be like, oh yeah, use the soap in your hair, because it's not that that's everybody's hair is so different. But yeah, it doesn't have it has the ingredients listed here. It has aloe in it. Um and it's got everything in here is written in the INCI names. So it's like the official like names for the product. So it's not going to say argan oil is going to be called something else, because I have to put those special names. I'll go and like look these all up and tell you, but basically it's like argan oil, vitamin E, and then fragrance and whatever else. It's got you'll like the smell. I know that Wanda would like to smell it. Almost smells like rose, but like rose, but it's like cut with something else, so it's not just like rose fragrance only. Yeah, it smells really nice. 2 ounces for 11.99. Yeah, that's a good price. Yep, this is yeah, this is 2 ounces. So that's what you want. And it's a nice glass bottle. It's not cheaply made at all. It's the one product that like in order of if we're talking about like commercial products for your hair, the ones that I found the most helpful for me with frizzy hair and hair that is difficult to manage, long hair, they have a shampoo and conditioner that's also excellent. It's very, very good. The only thing I found that was better than their shampoo and conditioner for my type of hair, which is really good by the way. If you have like thick or wiry type hair, it's really, really good. Um, but the only thing better than that, there's a company that will custom blend a shampoo and conditioner for you, and I always forget what it's called, what the company's called, but you guys have probably seen it advertised everywhere. They're the only ones that were better because I could specifically say I wanted this done and this done and this done, and then you can pick the fragrance and everything. So that's what I did. I tried them, and it was actually very. I tried that a long time ago. They were actually very, very good because you can pick what it is you want to fix about your hair. Do you want to control the frizziness? Do you want to make it easy to comb? Um, do you want to protect it from heat, or do you have, is your hair dyed or not? Is it permed or not? And things like that. So they can custom blend you a shampoo and conditioner. And that was probably the best one just because I could customize it to my exact needs and it always had the results I wanted. Um, but it's all obviously a lot more money. It's really, really expensive. So um, compared to like just going to the grocery store and paying $1.50 for a bottle of shampoo, so it just depends. That was the best. So the next best was the this brand of the shampoo and conditioner. Theirs was the next best, but for my specific hair type, if you have really, really fine hair, then their shampoo and conditioner probably wouldn't be the best. But you could, for your hair type, but you could still try it. And then everything below that was just basically everything else. Everything else kind of performed about the same. Really nothing at the grocery store, any of their shampoos or conditioners do anything for my hair at all. Um, so they're all work about the same in my opinion for me. But yeah, but you know how it is, like when you find something that works, you kind of stop shopping around, you stop trying different things. So there might be something better out there. I just haven't tried yet. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying here. You love our chats. I'm so glad, Barb. Hopefully this is helpful to some of you guys. Yours should be here Friday. Awesome. Yeah, let me know what you think of it. Just the one thing I will say about this: if you use too much, you are going to hate it. It's going to be terrible. So start with like half of a pea size amount, or even less. Start with that. Rub it between your fingers like this, and then gently, like don't rub it between your hair, but like drag your fingers through the bottom of your hair like this. And then from there, you can take the brush and then brush it up towards your scalp like that. Just brush it, and if you need more, you can add more, but you can't take it away. You can't get it out of your hair once it's in there. So that's the that's the only downside. I think if people don't like this stuff, it's because they're using too much of it and it's making their hair feel greasy. You see, very tiny amount. Uh, if you remember exactly what it is, you definitely need a better shampoo and conditioner. Fine and dry hair with some natural curl. Yeah, mine is coarse with some curl, and that's a really bad combination because it's neither curly nor straight, and because it's so long, it weighs all the wavy and curliness, so my hair looks straight, but it's not. And yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Function of Beauty. That's what it was called. Okay, so the you guys have probably heard of it. Like I said, it's something that now recently has been very well advertised. But Function of Beauty is the one that would make the custom shampoo and conditioner for you. And you can also, at the time when I ordered it, I don't know what it's like now because it's been a long time, but at the time when I ordered it, you could choose the size of shampoo and the size of conditioner bottle you wanted. So I use more shampoo than conditioner when I wash my hair. So I would order the large bottle of shampoo, the small bottle of conditioner. If you're the other way around, you can order it the other way around, or you can order both bottles the same size. So there were a lot of things you could customize. You have it's a flip your head over and fluff your hair lightly. That's what I do with the with stiffy duties now. Yeah, I can do that, but my hair literally it's long enough for me to sit on. So um that would work, but then as soon as I stand up, my hair is so heavy it just straightens itself out again. But yeah, use more conditioner. Yeah, yeah. See, everybody is so totally different, and that's why it's like that's why when people want to try um they want to use my soap on their hair, it's like you absolutely can, but some people are going to have a really good experience, some are going to have a really bad experience because of their hair type and the type of soap I make. So yeah, that's why I like that Function of Beauty, because you could just tell them what you needed, and they first ask you what kind of like hair type you have, And then after that, they ask you what you want to do. Like if you want your hair to be more conditioned, or do you want it like maybe you have oily hair and you want that corrected or whatever, and then they make the shampoo for you. So yours is halfway down your back, yeah. That's a good length because you kind of get the it's short enough so it's not in the way, but long enough to where you can do cool stuff with it. You use leave-in conditioner, thick and not curly. Yeah, mine's thick and not curly, but it's not curly because it's so long and thick. I think if I cut my hair short, it would be curly, but it would also be so frizzy that I would have to style it every single morning to get the curls to show, and that's what I'm afraid of. I don't I don't want to spend a long time doing my hair every morning. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Formulate.co, not com. Your hair is thick. Yeah. Yeah, there are some advantages to having thick hair, but then you have the weight and everything else that goes along with it and difficulty styling and things. And I've known people who had very thin hair and they complain about it. And it's funny because the grass is always greener on the other side, right? It's like, oh, you can see the advantage to them. Like I can see the advantage to somebody who has thin hair and they see the advantage to the thick hair. And I don't know. That's why I try to just appreciate what I have. I'm just glad I have hair because not everybody does. And I'm just not going to complain about what it looks like or what kind it is. Yeah, the function. It's a function of beauty. Was the name of it? Nope, just more grass. In the 80s, used to perm my hair, and now it's nothing but curls. I had a friend when I was really little, and she must have been like, I don't know, 7 or 8, and her mom let her perm her hair, and then she hated it because she couldn't, because that was also in the 80s, and she couldn't brush it, she couldn't wash it, couldn't do anything with it, and at least in the beginning, like you're supposed to leave it alone for a while, and she hated it. Yeah, the website it says okay, so the website I was for the shampoo conditioner is functionofbeauty.com. Maybe it'll let me just post it. The other one, the formulate.co, I think that's a different company. Let me post it. Got girls from your parents, but it's not curly enough to look good. Yeah, it's like I want my hair to just make up its mind. Do you want to be straight or curly? But pick one and go really far in that direction so I know what to do with it. Yeah, so it looks like they are still. You're supposed to take the quiz. It'll say take the quiz. You click on that, and then it'll ask you, do you know what kind of hair type you have, um, and then you go through and you tell it what you want to change. Yeah, they have options like you want to volumize your hair, you want to fix split ends, hydrate, color protection, anti-frizz, straighten, reduce brassiness, oil control, deep condition. There's a deep condition option. Um, and then you can also choose like the fragrance, and also you tell them what name you want on the bottle, and it'll actually put your name on the bottle, which is and also you can change the color. So that way, if you have a lot of people in the house that all want their own shampoo, you can all have a different name and different color on the bottle so that people aren't using your shampoo. Yeah, the reason that Formulate.co was on top is because it was an ad. At least on my screen, like when I looked it up, it had ad next to it. And a lot of times the ads will get put, since they're paying Google, they'll show up before the listings of the actual companies. It's kind of annoying when you're looking for something specific. Oh, they have a Black Friday offer right now. Zooey doesn't use shampoo. I'm sure he'd love to try. Yeah, um I can only say that like my experience with them has been positive, but oh, and by the way, when you choose what you want for your hair, you can choose up to 5 things. So you don't have to just pick one. But yeah. And it'll tell you like if you click on the different things, it'll tell you what that means and what it'll do. Because there's some here that say like nourish roots and you're like, what does that mean? But you click on it and it tells you. And I'm just checking here. Oh, they do have a fragrance-free option now. Okay, so because when I ordered it, I used to have to. They didn't have a fragrance-free option before, and I used to have to ask them, and I would like write to them, and they'd be like, "Sure," and then they just wouldn't have the fragrance. I was perfect. Anyways, you need to cut your nails down. I have to too. Look at this. Like they're all different lengths. And what happens is I get them all like like the same length, and then I inevitably break one, and then I have to trim them all down, and then they get all uneven, and then I just give up. And then a couple weeks later, I get tired of it, and I fix them again. Alrighty, I gotta go put these in the oven so that they can hopefully go through gel and everything, and then let me know what you guys want to see. You guys mentioned something. Oh yeah, the chapstick or the I keep saying chapstick. It's not chapstick. Lip balm. I put lip balm. I'll write that down. And what was the other thing you guys mentioned? Oh, the food scents. The you said vanilla cupcake. Maybe we could do that too. Yeah, the nails do grow fast. Absolutely. All right, so I got that written down, and I'll put that on the list. I will probably make you guys all said. Well, most of you said that you liked the idea of a French vanilla flavored lip balm, so maybe we'll make that one first. And green apple was also voted on. Maybe we'll make that one. And I gotta make the labels so I don't get them all mixed up. But yes, so that is what we will do. And then I'll keep working on this glitter spray. And Wanda, I will look for those hair glitters, the glitter strands, and see because I literally was just looking at them a week or two ago because I was I forget what I was doing, but I saw them and I was like, I should set those aside, and I don't know if it is. So. You were doing the hair quiz. Yes, vanilla cupcake. Okay. We still have snickerdoodle. Maybe we'll do like a food. I'll put a what do you call it, a poll. I'll write this down so I don't forget. Poll for food scents. I think it'd be fun to do like a series like we did with the layered ones, but make these food scents not layered soaps, but I mean like we did a series of different layered soaps in different scents, and this series will be different food scents. It'll probably be a lot of brown soap, but they will smell really really good. So we'll do that. I think that'll be fun. And then we can work on after that we can do the spring soaps, and I think maybe for the spring soaps we can do like the little woodland animals. That might be cute. And you guys can help me pick out what animals to do and the scents for those. So yeah, but yeah, you guys do the hair quiz. It's fun. And let me know what you think of the hair stuff. If you hate it, let me know because I'll be interested to see if anybody actually hates it. But yeah. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go put these in the oven, and I will see you guys all on Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was so much fun, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great week, and don't forget to leave any comments if there's anything you want to see that I haven't made yet. Have a great night, guys.